Hey friends, my name's Jen and I'm going to be helping you with eyebrows today. So have you ever had the fear of being on stage and you were naked? That's kind of how I feel right now. I have my full face on, but I don't have my brows on, you guys. The brows is what closes the face in. It like frames it in. You need to be doing your eyebrows if you're not already. And let me show you a couple of easy ways on how you can use your Maskcara Beauty to do just that. Okay, all of our eyebrows are all very different, right? But you have to remember this. They're not twins, they're just sisters. And if you're like me, who haven't, typically I get my eyebrows threaded. My threading girl isn't back to work just yet. And so mine are like long lost cousins, but it doesn't matter because we have the fix for you. So if you already have your 3D foundation system, you're using a contour, right? That's all you need. So use your regular contour color. Now I like to deepen mine because my hair is so dark. So if you want to mix in a darker shade, you can do that, but only you'll know once you try it. Another option is using our eyeshadow. I'm telling you, everything, all these products with Maskcara Beauty have dual purposes, and that's why I love it so much. So if you want to use an eyeshadow, so if you have just brown to a lighter color eyebrow, you can use colors like oak or trust, you know, just something that's similar to your eyebrow color already. You just don't want it to pull any reds, so you want to make sure you're using those more neutral colors. Okay, so I'm going to do both my brows, one with the cream and one with the powder. But before I do that, you need to know where this stuff goes. So the easiest thing to do is take, I use my hot line brush for my eyebrows. They have this wonderful spoolie in that helps blend out. And then there is this smaller little angled brush that kind of gives you that hair-like stroke. It's perfect, and it because it's angled, it gives you a nice shape. But the way to know where it goes, so you just put it at the edge of your nose, and kind of where it hits is where it needs to stop. You don't want to go in, you want to have crazy eyebrows, but you also don't want to stay too far back too, because it'll pull your, you know, the look of your eyes and pull it out. You want it to be symmetrical. Every face you want to look symmetrical, so that's where you would stop. Now as far as your arch, when you're coloring your eyebrows, always go with your natural arch, but a good place to stop would be on, if you're looking forward, the outside of your iris is kind of where your arch will naturally be, but that gives you a good guide. Now, we don't want to go too far on as our brow goes down, and you definitely don't want to stop too short because it opens up the eyes, especially if you do fun eyeshadow looks. So what you do is you stay with the nose and you go out past that outer corner of your eye, and see that? That's where you'll want to stop, okay? So my regular contour color is indigo, but I said I like to deepen my brow color because my hair is so dark. So I mix the two, so I do cola and indigo, but try your regular contour color and see if that works for you. And you don't need a lot, so I always like to start with a very, very clean brush. It's important so that way you're making nice clean lines. So I'm just going to go a little bit into my indigo and a smidgen into cola. And I'm just going to start exactly where I measured, and of course you can brush those brows upward first just to give yourself a good starting point. And then you are just going to angle up to that arch and where the end of the iris is, and then you're going to pull down to where you measured. Obviously I do this all the time, so I know exactly where mine is, but you can just pull down to that spot. Then you can just grab a little smidgen more. You don't need a ton. I mean, this is, lightly. I wouldn't even say swipe, I would say barely tap. lightly tap, maybe. Okay, then you do the same thing on the top, and you just follow that natural brow. I need a little smidgen more right there on that very top. And then I'm going to show you how to do the inner part because you're going to want it to look like brush strokes. Okay. Then I just keep whatever's on my brush, and I'm just pulling the product that I already have on there upward. And so then I'm just pulling like brush-like strokes and just pulling that product up. And it's always better to have less product on this very edge so that it does give a little more natural look. And then once you've placed your product, then you take your little spoolie end, and with everything like Maskcara IIID, you blend. This is kind of your blending tool, and you just brush it right up into the brow, and it creates just that beautiful shape. There you go. Now I'm going to take my eyeshadow. I use Stay Alone because my eyebrows are so dark, but because Maskcara IIID's eyeshadows are so pigmented, it's perfect for just adding a little bit of color to it. And you don't need a lot. A little goes a long way. I'm just going up to where that arch would be and then pulling that product down just a little bit further. I'm going to add a little more, and then just lining the top just a hair with the powder. It gives a very light finish, so if you're a light coverage girl, this would be for you. And then you just fill it in using the brush-like strokes, and there you go. And then you just brush it out, and that is it, my friends. So use what you already have and get that hot line brush because it is so awesome. So have a good day, girls.